Hey, this is Marky Ramone, and you are watching The Metal Voice.
Welcome to The Metal Voice. Today on the show, the legend, my friends, Marky Ramone from the legendary group, The Ramones. The book.
Yes.
By Marky Ramone, Punk Rock Blitzkrieg, My Life as a Ramone. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe you want to hold it up there, little product placement. 3D product placement.
There you go.
Why did you decide to write the book?
It took 5 years. It's my story. I was in the band 15 years, 1,700 shows. In the Hall of Fame, Grammy Award winner. I was on The Simpsons. I was in other bands besides the Ramones. I was in one of the first bands in America that started heavy metal in America. And then I started hanging out in the punk scene in New York City. Plus the making of Rock and Roll High School and working with the legendary Phil Spector and again doing the 9 studio albums with the Ramones and again 1,700 shows. It's a lot of. It's the most comprehensive.
And there's another little plug there for the book. Yes. Did you find that you were the only person who was sort of like, as I'm reading this book, I go, this guy's the only sane person in this book.
Sane.
But I mean, but when you take all the characters of the band,
I mean,
you were like the glue. You were like the rock. And that's a drummer in a sense, right?
Well, the thing is that they knew each other since they were, teenagers.
Sure.
So Joey and Johnny didn't get along. Luckily, Dee Dee was in the group. That's who I gravitated to become friends with. But I always tried to help them get together, which they never did. Dee Dee later on, I tried to help him get straight. He wouldn't go for it. So after a while, you just give up, But you wish them well, and you wish them luck, and whatever they do, hopefully they would do the right thing to maintain some kind of level of, professionalism.
There was a part in the book, probably at the beginning, you met John Lennon, or you bumped into John Lennon, and he was drunk. And I'm reading the book, and I'm getting to the end of the book, where you were fighting your own alcoholism.
I mean,
did you find, and this is what struck me, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, you kind of were disappointed by meeting let's say your hero, in a sense, John Lennon, that he was drunk. Do you find that maybe perhaps when I was drunk, there was fans of mine looking at me the same way, disappointed?
Maybe. I mean, I wasn't disappointed that I met him. I wish I could have met him under different circumstances, where I could have hung out with him and talked about music things. But he was pretty inebriated, But
how did it go? Like just like in 30 seconds, what was the?
Well, I came down the stairs of the 82 Club, which was a well-known club to hang out in New York City. It's an after-hour place.
Yeah.
And he was with my friend and photographer Bob Gruen,
sure.
who was famous for that John Lennon T-shirt. And he came down the stairs. He was tripping over the stairs, and there I was, and Bob Gruen goes, "John Lennon, hi John," and then I left. That was it.
Were you disappointed when End of Century, when the album came out? It was a big album. A lot of money was invested into it. Was there a disappointment? Like, man, this should have been the big album.
Well, it was the best-selling album.
Yeah.
Up to that
in the long term. Yeah.
But we would have liked to have had a hit from it. But when you consider the lyrical content of the songs that would have been the singles to be played, the DJs wanted to play them.
Sure.
You have Rock and Roll Radio, which is anti-DJ at the time.
Yeah.
You have Rock and Roll High School, I Hate the Teachers and the Principals. DJs are not going to play that because the parents are going to call up the station and the affiliates. They could lose their affiliates and their corporate sponsorships.
Absolutely.
So there were really no, except "Baby I Love You," which was a Phil Spector written song, which was a top 5 hit in England, it's in Europe.
Yeah.
But it didn't catch on in America because a lot of the punk purists didn't like the song because it wasn't Ramone style.
Yeah.
So we were grateful to have worked with Phil, and the album did okay. I think it went to number 48, 49. So we just kept going on.
I just recently watched Rock and Roll High School.
Good movie.
It's a great movie.
Fun.
When you look at it now, I mean, okay, what do you think? I mean, back then you said, man, this is a golden, this is a comedic, success, right? Now when you look at back, I mean, it's 79, 80, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about the movie today?
I think it's a riot. I think it captures the time. The actors and actresses were great. Alan Arkish is a great director, and the whole premise of the story is really cool. Just the fan giving lyrics to us to write. They Rock and Roll High School.
Yeah. Another part of the book that I just find fascinating, and not only the book, but just the history of the Ramones, the tension between Joey and Johnny.
I was always there.
Did they ever speak? And I always think, as I'm reading this book, I'm going, man, did they really never speak to each other for years?
Well,
there must have been like, hey, can you pass me the salt? Or there must have been something.
Are you kidding?
Nothing?
No way.
For years. So they went on the bus by themselves and they never spoke to each other.
They despised each other, which I always tried to help them to get together, to be friends.
Yeah.
But in a lot of businesses and sports, families, brothers, sisters, there's always somebody that's just not going to like somebody,
Yeah. Do you find that somehow the Ramones, at least at the time, got cheated? Like you invented the genre in that sense?
Well, maybe in the beginning because we were so new, but now in the last 10 years, everyone caught up to us.
That's right.
So better late than never.
That's right. That's right.
But we were very happy with our careers because of how we influenced so many bands.
I'd like to thank you for being on the show. And again, let's plug your book here.
Another plug. Good.
My Life as a Ramone, Marky Ramone. Well, there you have it. Marky Ramone from the legendary Ramones on the Metal Voice. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.